Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it is wonderful to have you here with me this evening. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to make any requests for your personal well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. For those of you who may be watching this as a video replay, hello from the past. If you want to skip ahead to just the Reiki healing, you can do that by skipping ahead to at least the 1 hour mark and then start looking for where the lights begin to shift, and you can begin your journey there. And for those of you who are returning, it's wonderful to see you again. Thank you for being here and for all of your ongoing support. I can't wait to get into some crystals with all of you today. As always, if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification courses, or if you want to schedule a one-on-one healing or a tarot reading, or if you just want to shop the crystals, go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is linked in the description, and you can learn all about it there. So let's go ahead and say hi to everybody and start building this beautiful crystal grid. Hello everyone. Yeah, it's a nice break from the heat here in Philadelphia with storms. I will take it. I will absolutely take it. So let's see. We've got a nice full house so far. We've got Jennifer, good to see you. Nicole, welcome in. Paul, it's wonderful to see you. Lee, also great to see you. Jenny, hope you're doing well. Hope your Aunt Jane is doing well too. Christina, Kanta, Chris, awesome. Good to see everybody. Yay, big hugs to everyone who wants one. Yay. Awesome. Well done, Jenny. Thank you. So awesome. Let's go ahead and start building this beautiful grid. Yes, happy rainy Sunday indeed. Yeah, Jen and Vatsa and I both love it when it's rainy out because that tends to keep our neighborhood a little bit more quiet. We'll take it. Nicole, you're very welcome for hosting. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times. Feel free to drop in anytime. If you subscribe with your notifications on, you might get a notification that'll let you know that I'm live. And the schedule is listed in the description. And let's see. Help to let go of anxiety about the future and heal the fear of getting heartbroken or abandoned. Absolutely, we can help with that. Yeah, definitely very rainy. Okay, good stuff. So I'm going to start. Good intentions already, everybody. So let's go ahead and get started with this grid. As always, we're starting off with a beautiful copper spiral. This helps to break up any energy blockages and getting the energy to flow more smoothly. Copper is wonderful for that. So let's go ahead about anxiety about the future. Good one is picture Jasper. And gotcha. So let's see. Okay, so I think we got, let's start with picture Jasper. This is very helpful for fears, especially hidden fears and fears of the unknown as well. But picture Jasper, which also can go by Desert Jasper. This is great for envisioning the future and especially envisioning a really positive version of the future. It helps with, it also helps with like starting anything new ventures, new adventures. If you're starting a new career, new school, new job, anything like that, this can be really helpful. It can also help with moving abroad or even visiting abroad or any time that we're immersing ourselves in another culture. And it can, on a physical level, it can be helpful for the kidneys. So that is picture Jasper. So that can help with like worries about the future and kind of grounding them and helping it to be more of like a brainstorming for what's possible in a good way, kind of in an exciting way. And for like the kind of fears of abandonment and things like that, there's a couple of stones for that. I'm going to start with rhodonite. Rhodonite is often thought of as like the breakup stone or the divorce stone, and it's excellent for that, but it's also great for just healing the cracks of a broken heart so that we can open our heart to love again. It's great for things like unrequited love and breakup, etc. But it's also wonderful for insecurities as well as overcoming and really working through the impacts of emotional abuse. It's helpful for a grieving heart as well. It also helps to balance the yin and yang in the body. And it's wonderful for asthma, allergies, and really anything autoimmune. So this can be very helpful. And let's see. I feel like there's one more. That I can bring into that. Kind of feel like I want to bring in some malachite for you too. So this is one that's good for things like anxiety and depression, but also letting go of the past, processing really painful emotions. It's excellent for fears and phobias, especially when you're not quite sure what they're rooted in. It's also great for inflammation, arthritis, and it's thought to be helpful for the liver, the spleen, and the pancreas, I believe. But yeah, so this can really help with moving those really difficult feelings through, like if the fear of being abandoned comes from something else, this can help move through the pain around whatever that original wound was to help you move through it. And it's very supportive of the heart center, the heart chakra, so the center of love and compassion. And because it helps with things like anxiety, it can definitely help with that. So I'll bring that in. And I'm so glad to have you here. Let me know if there's anything else I can bring in there for you. And welcome. And let's see. Oh, it's good to see you, Catherine. In researching chalcopyrite, the real question is, what can't it do? Oh, you must have found some really good fun stuff. Oh, Key is out eating sushi. Well, I hope Key enjoys it. Let's see. Okay, good stuff. So let's see what our next request is. Kanta joy, renewal, and revitalization. Oh, I really like that. Let's do... Let's go ahead and start off with some bumblebee jasper. This can definitely bring in a lot of renewal and a lot of revitalization. It really helps to feed a lot of energy back into the body. So this is great also for mental focus and decision making, as well as balancing yin and yang in the body, as is rhodonite actually. It's great for empowering this, like, yes, let's dive into it, let's get this work done. And even with collaborating with other folks, it's great for empowering manifestation. And it's really overall like a good energy vitality kind of stone. It does have a sense of joy to it, but even more than anything, it really brings a lot of energy into the equation. So that can really help with renewal. Let's see. Revitalization, joy, renewal. definitely want to bring in Fuchsite because this really embodies a lot of joy, and the kind of joy that it encourages really can be very restorative. So this is Fuchsite, and this helps with connecting to fun in a really joyous, childlike way, in a really positive way. When we give in and just allow ourselves to have fun and just play and allow energy to move in that way, it allows us to connect to our inner child. It allows us to connect to our most basic primal needs and also feelings of happiness. In addition to that, it can be really great for encouraging the sense of rebalancing as we find our joy and we're not focused on the other things in life. It can also be great for spinal alignment, sleep issues, and even carpal tunnel. And also feel like clear quartz keeps coming to mind. So clear quartz can actually do any number of things. If you're ever looking for a particular crystal and you can't find it or you don't have it, you can always work with a piece of clear quartz, hold it, and think about all the things you want it to embody, and it can stand in for that crystal. It can also sort of add some extra oomph to the other crystals around it, and it can, in a sense, bring a lot of pure, clear energy around. This is often a stone that I bring in when a place feels really depleted or someone feels really depleted. This can help to almost like naturally balance or harmonize the energy. Sometimes I'll take a double pointed piece of quartz and I'll even kind of put it on the midline of the body, and that can help too. So let's bring this in. So clear quartz. Just naturally rebalance and refine. I hope that that helps, Kanta. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. And I love that intention. Okay. And Tiffany, welcome in. And Jennifer Vatsa, joint pains in hands and back, energy influx to get everything done, money flow, and love reconnection. Absolutely. So let's start with the joint pains. Joint pains, we'll get some howlite in there. And we'll get some amazonite too. So howlite's great for anything having to do with the joints. Also just anything having to do with the bones in general, but especially the joints. Whether it's difficulty moving or if it's pain or achiness, whatever the case may be, this can help. It's also thought to help aid the body in absorbing calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, all the things that can help it to make more bone. I tend to struggle with really brittle bones and like dislocations. I just dislocated my big toe last night, so randomly. But yeah, it's good with all of those things. It's good for teeth, bones, and hair in general. For emotional purposes, this can be wonderful for anger, resentment, frustration. It's super powerful for all of the above. It can help to wind those things down to a dull roar so that you can like think about it. Think about what you want to do with those feelings and how you want to direct them, and not necessarily be at that mercy of those volatile emotions. There we go. Awesome. We'll also grab some Amazonite because this is great for the spine. Really the spine and spinal nerves, and I always struggle with spinal nerves too. So yeah, Amazonite. Also on an emotional and spiritual level, superb for anyone who is more of a caregiver to others and doesn't think of themselves enough. This really encourages self-care. It encourages self-respect too, but also for folks who tend to think of the needs of others before they take care of themselves. Amazonite can be really, really perfect. It's also great with like luck and winnings in general, like a good luck stone. But whether it's something like sciatica or something like neuralgia, this can be a really, really helpful stone. And of course, it's very, very pretty. So there we go. So that's Amazonite. And energy influx, we've got so I know how we do. There's always themes of things. So definitely seeing the theme of energy influx. I'm going to bring in, so in addition to the bumblebee jasper, I'm going to bring in rutilated quartz. Rutilated quartz, it's a little difficult to see on camera, but you'll notice in that bottom one, it looks like a piece of clear quartz, but with something in it. And those somethings are rutils. Those rutils almost look like fine hairs or like very, very tiny needles going through. Rutilated quartz directs energy. And so it's great for clearing the mind or focusing the mind, and also focusing energy where it would best be served in a healing purpose. So it's actually been considered a lovely and powerful gift to folks that are battling cancer, because it's thought to have the intention of directing the energy to where it would be, or the energy of all of the treatments they're getting to where it would be most needed. It's also great for bringing up your store of energy, especially when you're really depleted. So we'll definitely bring that in. And it'll definitely help you get things done because it'll help to focus your mind. Money flow and love reconnection. Let's definitely do some money flow. Let's get some citrine and some pyrite. Citrine is great for financial gain and also for making the most of the money you do have. This is a superb stone for balancing logic with intuition. Oh, hello. We have a Hattie cat. For balancing Cat's like, I don't mind. I don't care what you're doing. You're paying attention to me. Hey, you want to say hi to peoples? Want to say hi to peoples? Yes or no? You just want my lap. Oh, you just want my lap? Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Yes, good girl. Sorry about that. You going to let me do stuff now? No? Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, citrine also helps with balancing logic with intuition. That helps you to really use all of the parts of yourself, your subtle senses, steering with your mind, being able to, a lot of times one can overshadow the other, or one can undercut the other. This helps with a really lovely balance. So we will bring this in, definitely calling on its powers of manifestation right now. Okay. It's also a great stone if you are working with things like addictions and compulsions. This can be very powerful. Okay. Here, you want to play with a toy? Here, you can play with the citrine. Here. Manifest me some money. Go for it, kitty. Pyrite is fool's gold. We like to think that the fool's gold calls in the real gold here. It's great for bringing in money manifestations. Also a wonderful stone for opening up intuition while also protecting yourself energetically. It helps the lungs as well as the brain and memory, and it's thought to aid in cases of fever. So that is pyrite. And let's go ahead in and add some cinnabar. Cinnabar is mercury. So yeah, cinnabar, a good specimen to look at here. You can see the red, just the red is cinnabar. It's mercury ore, and this has been used and thought of as a wonderful merchant stone for hundreds of years at least. This is more like a specimen you might find in a shop today where you see just these red dots there. That's the only cinnabar that's there. The rest of it is mostly quartz. And reason being, it's a lot safer this way. Yeah, mercury is very, very toxic. This is definitely thought to call in customers to a business. And because Jen has a business and sells crystals and lots of other really cool stuff that I don't have, including like oils and really cool stuff. Like, guys, definitely check out Jen's shop. I hope that this brings you some customers. And me too. I'll put my intention in there too. Let's see. And love reconnection. Let's do... The first stone that came to mind for you today was carnelian for love reconnection. So carnelian is a stone that's all about the sacral chakra, and that's where we relate to others in the world around us. It's where we have all of our relationships. This is a wonderful stone for calling in a romantic partner or a new relationship, or even an old one in that case. It's a wonderful stone for helping you and say colleagues even better relate to one another. Large family situations, keep some of this around. It's also wonderful for anything that has to do with creativity, as well as sexuality and sexual function and dysfunction, as well as fertility and infertility. It's also helpful for colds, allergies, and wound healing. So that's carnelian. So lots of love to you, Jen. Hope that all works out for you. There we go. And I'm so glad to see you here. Awesome. You're welcome, Jennifer. Oh, thank you, Chris. I did my hair today with I don't know if I'll have to put all of it up. Let's see what happens. And it cooled down, so thank you. Let's see. Oh, hey, good to see you, Samantha. Okay. Susan, Greg, wonderful to see you both. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And yeah, the abandonment has been too much of a theme for you too. Well, another stone that I'm actually on the fence about adding, but I'll add it. Pink tourmaline, depending on where the source of the abandonment kind of comes from. This is really only good for one type of abandonment, but it theoretically can't. I mean, it's not like it's gonna hurt. Pink tourmaline is usually used for mother-baby bonding and also for inner child type stuff. Maybe this could be helpful, but that just also might not be where the abandonment stuff is rooted anyway, so maybe not. But it's also helpful for migraine, neuralgia, which is nerve pain, and anything related to hormones, especially anything gynecologic, anything at all gynecologic. It's also great for spinal injuries and muscle weakness, and also to help dispel a negative self-image, especially around your appearance. So we'll bring that in. Certainly can't hurt, so there we go. And I'm going to bring in some of Chris's requests. So we've got carnelian already. Let's do some rose quartz, moonstone, aventurine, garnet. And I'm going to do some iolite. And I'm going to keep coming back to your requests throughout the day, or throughout the stream. So let's do some green aventurine first. So anytime that you feel like, or maybe even you're not aware of it, but anytime that you feel like you don't know how much farther forward you can go, anytime that you might be setting goals, sometimes we can set our goals a lot lower based on who we used to be. It's like we don't even see all of the growth that we have sort of gone through and created in our lives. We don't see ourselves as we are now. This is a stone that reminds you to kind of expand the way that you look at yourself, and which ultimately expands your soul's potential, your ability to see it as well. This helps with allergies, eye problems, and fertility, and also feeling intimidated by learning new things. This is a stone that says, let's give it a shot. Let's see if you can. So green aventurine. I love green aventurine. Next, we'll bring in moonstone, which also helps us to call in love. So moonstone is, I often think of it as very much aligned with the high priestess in the tarot decks. The high priestess she's knowingness, she's intuitive, she knows all that's going on. She's not going to say much, but she knows pretty much everything. Lots of wisdom there. This is definitely a connection to the divine feminine with the actual moon and all of the rhythms and patterns of nature as the moon controls the tides. It helps with calling in love. It helps with connecting to divine timing, and with opening our intuition. Also can help you if you are opening up to learning new spiritual pursuits, especially if it's like an older spiritual teaching. This can be very helpful with bringing that in and learning it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring some in. Moonstone can look a lot of different ways depending on the specimen. Sometimes it has a bit of a shimmer, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it's more pink, sometimes it's more gray. But today we'll be using these specimens here. Beautiful moonstone. And I'm going to put this, let's see, right here. So we'll essentially put something on top of it. Awesome. Iolite helps with our clairvoyance, our sense of spiritual sight. This can help with sleep disturbances as well, but really any kind of like shamanic journeying, visionary meditation, anything like that, this can support it. It's also great for making the most out of the money that you do have, as well as weight loss if that's a goal of yours, and fever. So that is iolite. And garnet is helpful for like the getting stuff done stone. It's also great for practicality and the best way to get the most done in the least amount of time. It can really help you to kind of organize things in a very helpful way. This is one of those stones that not only will it help you organize things, it'll help you organize things in a way that you'll be more likely to keep them organized, and you'll be able to get to the things that you need quicker. It's great like that. But anytime that you need a creative eye towards what you need to move forward, garnet is super helpful. It brings a lot of strength in times of change, and it can be very grounding to work with. So that is garnet, and I'm going to keep coming back to your requests as well. It's good to see you. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Oh, you're welcome, Nicole. Oh, I'm glad all of you like this hairdo. I was just like, let me throw it together. I'm one of those people that I've never been good at that kind of stuff. Also, my hair completely changed texture about 7 years ago, and I don't know what to do with it. I feel like I'm still always learning. Let's see. So we've got Patty would like some red tiger's eye, lapis septarian, red tiger eye, lapis. Septarian, aquamarine, chevron quartz. Or sorry, chevron amethyst, moldavite. I don't have a moldavite. Someone offered to purchase one for me for the stream, and I have to email them back, and I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry. If you happen to be here, I'm sorry. I will get back to you. Moldavite, peacock ore / chalcopyrite. Gotcha. Okay. Oop, running away. Just as I was thinking, I think it's a little hot to have the cat on my lap. She's like, oh, I agree. Poof. Where are you going? There you go. Okay, and Septarian. Septarian is great for muscle aches and pains. And also spasms, which I really struggle with. Septarian, by the way, also goes by dragon's egg. And when you see a larger piece of it, you'll kind of see what I mean. But it's also great for, on a physical level, skin wounds and lesions as well. But on an emotional level, this is emotional growth. This is all the support you need to move through some really difficult stuff and come out on the other side more integrated and whole for having made the journey. It's great for what's often called shadow work, which is exactly what I just described. It helps to support you as you work through really deep, old emotional stuff so that you can get really vulnerable and really open up so that you can get to the heart of things. It helps you with understanding the root causes of beliefs and actions and habits and attitudes and all of that. And it can also really support an understated solar plexus. Understated solar plexus, so solar plexus is the center of self, personal identity, and free will. Understated solar plexus would be not quite having a fully formed opinion of yourself or other things, tending to give your power away to other people, not standing up for yourself much, that kind of thing. Like tending to be a little bit knocked over by someone else who might be more dominant. That would be something along the lines of an understated solar plexus. So I hope that helps. Lapis is great for pain and inflammation. And on a more spiritual and emotional and mental level, this is a wonderful stone of integrity. So this is open, honest communication. This is follow through, making promises and then coming through at the other side of it. It is also a lot about disorganization. It can really help with that. Also helps you with personal responsibility. It's very strongly indicated to help you move up in your career, and it's also helpful for vertigo and hearing loss. So that is lapis. Okay. Aquamarine. This helps with all the fluids in the body as well as the teeth and the gums. It's helpful for forgiveness as well as deflecting really petty, low vibe kind of energy. It's a great anti-Karen stone, but it also helps with may justice prevail and that sort of a thing. So we will bring that in. So aquamarine. Chevron amethyst is another one that can really help with clairvoyance, especially if you want to send messages up to spirit and then open your heart and mind to getting that response. So this is chevron amethyst. So the way it's different from regular standard amethyst, you see these kind of white lines. You see how, and in some cases gray lines, where you see it almost makes like a letter V. Yeah, that's the chevron. If these were larger specimens, you would see that it continues on with that pattern. That's thought to basically take our intentions and messages up to spirit and then return the messages back down. Also helpful for just channeling, visionary work, shamanic journeying, visionary meditation, even to see your dreams more clearly. It also helps tolerance of others as well as anything that's more of like a degenerative disease, something that kind of progresses and breaks things down over time. So this is chevron amethyst. Red tiger eye helps with calling in financial abundance in a hurry and is also very protective of all things both spiritual and mundane. So by that I mean things like bullying, gaslighting, triangulation, all of that kind of like nasty interpersonal stuff, whether it's bullying, just sort of needling you, or more than that. On the spiritual side, this is everything from malevolent spiritual work to psychic attack. It can help to prevent that too. It's a very, very protective stone. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Actually, I'm going to put this... And chalcopyrite, peacock ore. Looks like you've been researching it more than me. I'm going to go do some deep diving on it tomorrow. Hey, Heart, good to see you. So yeah, chalcopyrite, the way that I have been working with this, sometimes I found this to be helpful with like executive function issues. That's how I often work with it. And chalcopyrite, by the way, is the goldy kind of color in here. Often goes by peacock ore as well. It can change color over time. And then the clear quartz around it is just a beautiful happenstance of this particular specimen. Like here on the back, you can actually see some more chalcopyrite on the back, which is, it's like got glitter. It's so wonderful. Anytime that a stone is with quartz, clear quartz, it helps to amplify the energy of what's there. So I use this to help with executive function, especially in people that are having a hard time, more than just a difficult time focusing. So it's like ADHD plus kind of stuff, although it can certainly help ADHD, planning and things like that. But it's also great for finding things that are lost, we have found. So I will bring this in. I may just put that here. No, I really want us to see it. So let's do... Yeah, let's just keep building out this way. Awesome. So yeah, so that is chalcopyrite. And I'm going to do some more deep searching around how other folks use that. And crystals, Lee Nico, crystals for maintaining discipline, maintaining the things I've gotten through manifestation and continue to continue on your journey to not get sidetracked by distractions. Yeah, definitely things to help you focus. Maintaining discipline. Garnet's a good one for discipline to a point, but the first one that comes to mind, polychrome jasper. This can help with everything from reigniting your connection to your soul's purpose and like feeling like you want to start acting on it, like very much like it's a Earth Star chakra. So Soul Star is above the crown, and that's like the highest potential of what's in your future. Earth Star is beneath the root, and that's where we act on our soul's purpose and take all the spiritual possibilities and like bring them forward into the world and how we show up in the world. So if you're getting things from manifestation and you're trying to like continue on the discipline, this can pretty much be helpful. It's also great for confidence, motivation in general, and breaking through indifference or apathy. It helps with joint health too, especially lower body joints and movement. So it really encourages movement. So we will bring in the polychrome jasper. And I'm also going to bring in, to kind of balance that out with the more spiritual side, the chevron amethyst is very helpful, but so is Herkimer. Herkimer and also bumblebee jasper, that can help empower manifestation too. Herkimer can be really helpful when it comes to anything around manifesting. So this is connecting to divinity, but also being able to be in the present moment. And so sometimes we've manifested it and then we kind of just get lost around our ways. This will help you be in the present moment and say, okay, here's a moment. I'm grateful for this, and here's what I need to work on. That can be really helpful and grounding. Also helps with intuition. So staying in contact with your guides helps with balancing discordant energy and with metabolism, as well as in general just relaxation too. So I think that this is what you meant. Let me know if you feel like this is not in alignment with what you were asking. I think that the two can help. Oh, and I think also spiritual discipline. Moonstone can be really helpful for that. So yeah, let me know if there's anything else you can think of, but I'm so glad to see you here. Yeah, and definitely not getting sidetracked by distractions. Chalcopyrite is also helpful for that. And this, as well as definitely focus, Bumblebee Jasper. So keep me posted. So Patty found some more things about the Chalcopyrite, which I'm actually gonna go ahead and copy paste this so that I can keep what you found. Oh, it also helps remove obstacles. I like that. Oh, I like it. Awesome. Yeah, once you really start looking into the stones, there's like myriad things that they've done and different cultures have used over the years. Oh, thank you for that information. A couple of those things were really, really new to me. I hadn't seen them anywhere. So thank you. Leopard skin jasper on the grid, absolutely. Leopard skin jasper. This is how we connect to our animals, especially for healing. Leopard skin jasper. I'm also going to put in the intention here for Samantha's dog. This is also helpful if you want to connect to your animal guides, and with attracting a soulmate too. This can be superb for that. Anything impacting the skin, as well as coordination and balance, are all covered by leopard skin jasper. So let's bring that in. And as always, we are very much connected in the intentions tonight. It's amazing how different we can all feel like 2 days apart, isn't it? And it's all of us. It's not just a few of us. And this one, there we go. So that's leopard skin jasper. And the usual financial abundance stones, absolutely. I think we've got them all. Yeah, we do. If there's anything that can motivate me to clean house, absolutely. Definitely ones to help with cleaning house, lapis for sure, as well as dumortierite. This can really aid with tidiness. It's also good for anger, so it's got a lot in alignment with howlite there. It helps with any situation that seems hopeless. I hope your cleaning situation doesn't. It's great for nervous dogs. It's great for standing up for yourself, and it's great for patience as well as healing, physical healing. It's connected with the ligaments and tendons. But yeah, patience, anger, tidiness. It's a fun collection of things that this does, but that's dumortierite. So there we go. Awesome. Okay. Yikes. Keep spinning. There we go. So yeah, that can help. Also, I would say polychrome jasper, but it's already there. Polychrome jasper can definitely help with like getting focused, getting on a thing, and like getting it physically done. that can help. The cold is taking a toll on your daughter's lungs. Ooh, absolutely. Yeah, so lungs, we have rhodonite and pyrite, which are both very helpful, as well as carnelian, which is helpful with colds. Let's do, for lungs, let's do some green kyanite. This is great for the chest, throat, lungs, asthma, all of it. When there was a big spike in the Omicron variant of COVID, this was one that we used when everybody was sick, and lots of folks claimed that it felt like very helpful. So green kyanite, in addition to helping the lungs and the whole cardiopulmonary system, can be great for balancing the spiritual side of your life with the mundane side of your life. Helps with wisdom through intuition, and also connecting with nature and even the spirits of plants and place. So that is green kyanite. So I hope that she's feeling better soon. I'm also going to bring in emerald for much the same reasons. And I know emerald is also, emerald is also on Chris's list. Let's put this here. So we'll let's bring in emerald too. That can be very helpful for the lungs. Also helps to heal the skin and tissue, and with, in a way, reconnecting with our passions in life. Also helpful for restoring confidence for anyone that's been teased about their appearance. And it's also thought to invite in success. So that is raw emerald. Awesome. I hope your daughter feels better soon. I've been reading a little bit about boronite too. Oh, it helps with lungs too. Awesome. Nice. Okay, cool. So Samantha has for her dog. Healing animal guides and angel guides. So let's also bring in angels too. Let's bring in some celestite because we already have the leopard skin jasper. So celestite is what happens if angelite stays under the earth's surface under the right set of circumstances for long enough. It will turn into celestite. Celestite helps with connecting to higher wisdom, our angels, not surprisingly given all that. It also helps with discerning our logic from our fears, from our intuitions, and helps with our experience with physical pain, because it really helps us to connect with our upper chakras, which disconnects a little bit our, how we experience pain. So let's go ahead and bring some of these in. Okay. And I hope you're doing well. Gotcha. So Nicole, you're currently going through a very complicated, long and stressful immigration process, and you want to manifest ease and that it be resolved quickly. Absolutely. And I've got a friend who's an immigration paralegal and lots of friends who are immigrants, and oh my goodness, it's not easy. So let's see. Picture Jasper, definitely, which we already grabbed for you. That can very much help. But let's also do sapphire, because sapphire helps with speedy justice. So may it all just come together quickly. So sapphire is also wonderful for any kind of high intuition type things like channeling or mediumship. It helps with connecting with your angels, so it very much complements celestite and angelite. It's great for the thyroid, dementia, as well as the eyes and the ears, and envisioning positive potential, like envisioning positive change and positive outcomes. So that's definitely helpful. So let's bring that in. And I wish you all the best. I hope everything works out. And Donna Rowe, welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And Michael, happy Sunday. Charmy, wonderful to see you. I love that everyone's loving on my hair. Thank you. And I'm just making sure I don't miss anybody's requests. Let's see. Samantha, healing for foot pain, financial abundance, overeating, toxic habits, self-love, self-care, healing, empath medium, speaking your truth, calm in times of uncontrolled, stressful circumstances. Gotcha. Definitely for overeating and just relationship with food in general. Let's bring in blue apatite. We have really been vibing on the blue apatite. I'm all about it. I love it. So apatite, as funny as it would sound given the name, it helps with our relationship with food, whether you want to gain weight or lose weight or just have a better relationship with food, whatever that looks like to you. This can really help hold a good space for that. It's also great for learning about our spiritual purpose and having the courage to act upon it and follow on that path. It helps with strengthening the auric field or your energy field, so that can help you to strengthen your energy protections. And it's also helpful for just peace and harmony in general. So yeah, we'll bring that in. There we go. And speaking your truth, being calm in times of stress. Self-care and calming to some extent, but definitely self-care, Amazonite, Fuchsite, speaking your truth. That's a blue tiger eye thing. So blue tiger eye, this is, I often think of it in the most intense times. This can be like the whistleblower stone. So this is the definitely calm and ease in difficult times, but especially when you are communicating in those difficult times. But yeah, calm, eases stress, bold communication, clear, honest, concise communication. It helps with writing, with public speaking, speaking the truth, and especially with speaking the truth when it has to be facts over feelings. Like, no, this is the truth. No, this is the truth. This is not open for debate. This is what's happening. This is my truth. This is what's being said. So it's definitely a protector of truth tellers, but it also really helps facilitate writing as well. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in a couple of these for you. So I'm going to put one here and one here. There we go. So blue tiger eye. It can be a really powerful, potent stone for speaking too. So love it. And definitely calming in times of uncontrolled stress. It covers both. So all the best to you. And so Paul, you see a theme. Help leaving the negative family relationships and walking my abundant path of joy. My seeming impossible good now comes to pass. The unexpected now happens. That's beautiful. Absolutely. So help with leaving negative family relationships. I'm estranged from a lot of family too. It all shows up differently for everybody. It's one of those things that it doesn't impact the same people. It doesn't impact different people the same way. Definitely carnelian can help with that because it's how we relate to others. Also, honey calcite and let's see. Oh, do we have a Gertie? You're not sure if you want to come up? The cats are singing. Wow, wow. Yeah, you want to sing? Oh. What you got to say? You want to come up? Want to come up and say hi to everyone? There we go. Good job. Here, say your highs. This is Gertie. Good girl. Yep, you two always have purrs for the microphone. Only when I'm live. If I hold them up to the microphone any other time, they just look at it. It's like they know y'all are there. Yes, they do. Okay. Yes. Cattail on the microphone. And now I'm being kneaded into gluten-free dough. Yes. Thank you. There we go. Okay. That was an extra production from Gertie today. So this is a stone that can help. So honey calcite works with basically the solar plexus and the sacral, kind of the place between both. So the solar plexus is again the center of self-identity, free will, you pursuing your own happiness, and the sacral is relationships and how we relate to the world around us. And it really balances and harmonizes both of those areas. It also really helps to call in great relationships and great new people into your life. So less about who you're closing the door to and more about who you're opening it to, who you're inviting in, and who's going to take a role in your life. So this is honey calcite. It's also great for optimism in really challenging times too. Also, I'm going to do for anytime that there's like estrangement or like walking away from family involved, I bring in rhodochrosite, or I at least consider it. Rhodochrosite is a stone that has a lot to do with like mother-child bonding, and that has an impact on the whole, like the larger family scope of things. Helps with the heart and circulation as well. Also helps with telepathy and any kind of bigger intuitive pursuits, as well as mediumship and channeling communications. Helps to connect with deceased pets if that's what you're looking to reach out for. It's also great for stress, headaches, and even asthma. So that's rhodochrosite. So we'll put that one there. So I hope that that helps. I really do hope that it does. And let me know if there's any other way I can help. Aw. Jen, your cat pinned you down for a nap. That's adorable. Yup, kitty Reiki moment, so cute. Miss G, I love it. I might call her that. Susan, you second their... Yeah, we are so in alignment tonight, as we always are, but especially tonight. Okay. Charmy, intention to find peace and acceptance in what is and what was meant to be, and to take the next step towards creating the new. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's do that. So, acceptance. Amethyst can be really helpful with acceptance, especially when it's very much like the Serenity Prayer, accepting what you cannot change and changing what you cannot accept, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is a stone that's very much connected with recovery, and specifically 12-step recovery. For that reason, and for a couple others, it can be really helpful when we're doing any kind of self-improvement, if you want to call it that, to not be too hard on ourselves. It also helps us to feel connected to spirit and feel, in a way, encouraged and inspired for lots of things. So definitely bringing this in. So let's do one here and one here. And Gertie is just purring away. You're like, hey, I've got purrs to share. Mookai can also help with acceptance, especially if it involves change. Like it helps with accepting change and making decisions, and especially where you're like, yeah, I kind of want to move on. This can be really helpful. Oh, Gertie's running away. Did I offend you? No? Oh, there was a noise she had to investigate. Okay. Additionally, Mookite, which also goes by Australia Jasper, can be helpful for bladder pain and digestive issues, as well as boosting the immune system. But yeah, when it comes to accepting change and making decisions, they're very related. A lot of times when I haven't totally accepted one thing, it can be hard to make decisions because I kind of need to make the decision before, kind of need to like accept it before I can make the decision. So I hope that helps, Charmy. And creating the new, take the next step in creating the new. Picture Jasper is helpful. Also, let's see if there's trusting spirit. I would say trusting spirit, that would be like a green kyanite. Yeah, awesome. Good to see you, Charmy. Peace and harmony with all healing from negative family connections, cord cutting, crystal focus on creating a healing space for new energy, out with the old way of focusing on challenges. Gotcha. Definitely we are all in alignment tonight. I'm going to bring in some black onyx. This is one that is absolutely superb for grief. Black onyx, and it's one that we see in lots of Victorian jewelry. That was a lot of mourning jewelry because, well, the Victorian era was all about mourning, wasn't it? It helps to ground fear, anxiety, self-doubt. It's highly protective, but it can really help us to connect with the ancestors. So especially if there's like ancestral healing going on, this can be a really great stone for the protection, for the healing, for encouraging you to move past self-doubt and start to believe in yourself a little bit. And yeah, it can be very helpful for all of that kind of stuff. So we'll definitely bring this in. Did I hear you singing? Yeah, you singing? What you gotta sing about? I know you all heard that. Yeah, you yelling at me? You have a full bowl of food and fresh water. Don't know why you're yelling. Yeah, your box is even clean. I love that though. Out with the old, in with the new. Yep. Oh yeah, and if you haven't already given me a thumbs up and a like, that super helps. I appreciate it, and thank you for the reminder, heart. Let's see. Releasing sadness and energy from family relationships that do not work well. Yeah. Wow, we're all really in that realm, aren't we? Okay. Sadness and the energy of family relationships that do not work well. Gotcha. Sadness, we've got green onyx, so this will definitely go with the black onyx. So green onyx is all onyx. Onyx comes in a variety of colors, and usually if you look for green onyx, you're going to see more of a pistachio kind of color. This is mined a really long time ago. I don't know how much more there is of this color of green onyx. I do have a bunch I will be adding to the website soon. These were carved, I don't know, a long time ago, somewhere between the 40s and the 60s. Yeah, this helps with moving on despite emotional pain and even emotional shutdown at the most intense, but it's excellent for processing sadness. Sadness, grief, and even when you're so sad you don't want to make decisions. This can really help with that. But yeah, it's great for sadness and for, let's see. Go. Yeah, let's do that. And one that helps me a lot when I'm dealing with like family stuff is mahogany obsidian. This can help us to release the need for approval, which a lot of times we do kind of hide in ourselves. We always, even though we may have consciously on a level say, what they think of me doesn't define me, it's still kind of ingrained in there. We may still be internalizing a lot of the issues and kind of projecting them on ourselves. Hey, why are you yelling? What's the matter? You agree? Meow, back at ya. Come on up. It can also help with releasing anger, healing the skin. It's good for vitality, strength, meeting goals. It's good for carpal tunnel syndrome, and in general, releasing perfectionism. That sense of I try to remind myself all the time, a done something is better than a perfect nothing. This can help release that perfectionism that can tend to come from a really demanding family or browbeating family. It's like nothing's ever good enough, so we set our goals really high. So this might be helpful too. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this in here too. So that is mahogany obsidian. There we go. I hope that helps everyone. Allison seconds all of these requests. It's good to see you, Allison. Lots of love to you. Put in a request for body image and self-acceptance. Also for good luck and new opportunities. Absolutely. New opportunities. Radical self-acceptance, look no farther than blue kyanite. So let me just grab these. Blue kyanite is also helpful for understanding any kind of intuitive or spiritual messages. It's good for just hearing that spiritual guidance or seeing it however you connect and being able to interpret it in a really helpful way. It helps with neurological care in certain cases, especially if it affects the speech or the mobility. But this is absolutely wonderful for loving yourself exactly as you are. We also have pink tourmaline in there, which is great for letting go of a negative self-image. So both of these together can be really helpful. So let's bring that in. And for new opportunities and good luck and all those things is sunstone. Absolutely those things. This helps take everything that I mentioned with green aventurine, this it's that on steroids. This helps to, in a big, big, bold way, expand your vision of who and what you can be. It helps with definitely recognition, luck, fame, being seen for who you are, which can also help you to get recognition within your company you might work in for promotions, but just all kinds of new opportunities. It can also help you in putting yourself out there if you are trying to, say, market a business, or if you're going on job interviews. It's wonderful for both of those things. It also helps with supporting you through phobias if you're working through those. Brings a lot of good career opportunities, and it's also thought to be really good for big time moves, especially if it's to a sunny place. So that is orange sunstone. There we go. So I hope that helps. Let me know if there's anything else. I have to be in touch with Cora Carr soon. I bought a crystal for her. Yeah, Gertie definitely agrees. Oh, my kitties drew your kitties in the room. My cat, oh, hey, Christina. My cats really enjoy watching the bunnies and birds channels on YouTube. I have to be careful, though. I have to stay in the room with them because they will try to jump into the television. My cat that passed away almost 2 years ago, she used to watch the bunnies. I have video of her trying to pet the bunnies through the screen. She would want to kill anything else, but bunnies she wanted to pet. I'm going to bring in some opal by request. Opal is sacred to the shaman. This helps to keep one cloaked and hidden when you're doing spiritual work so that you won't elicit the intention of ne'er-do-wells. So very protective. And just notice what time it was, so I'm going to keep going through. You're welcome. Mahogany Obsidian resonated with you. It works. It does wonders for me, too. I have it all over the place in my house. I don't carry any sunstone, unfortunately. I'll see if I can get any, and if not, you can check in with Jennifer Vatsa, Belladonna's Botanicals. See if she has any. She's up the street from me. She ships. She's in the chat probably, but probably pinned under a cat, which is awesome. But yeah, her crystal, see if she has any. And you're welcome. Oh, and also everybody, I did, there is a coupon code currently good in the crystal shop. It is OMG thank you. I think it's still good. If not, it'll be good not long after we log off tonight. believe it's 15%. 15% in an extra gift. So that's the coupon code. I just entered it into the chat. And if you look in the description, you can find the link to my crystal shop. It's learnreikiphiladelphia.com and click shop, and you'll be able to go ahead and shop crystals at a discount. So yeah, go for it. Also, new Reiki classes through the end of the year. They're all up now. So yeah, they're all available. So go ahead and enroll in the class that resonates with you if you're into that kind of thing. There's also going to be some coupon codes going out for classes, but only through my email group. So if you are interested in Reiki classes, you can sign up to the email group. Looking in the description, there's a link to sign up for that. So you do have sunstone. Okay, cool. So Jennifer, what's the best way for Allison to get a hold of you to order some sunstone, or just email you through your site, or you can put it in here? Cool. So we are at that point where I'm going to go ahead, and I think we're just about full. Let's go ahead and start doing that thing where I explain what Reiki is to everyone who is new. And yeah, I think we got everything there. Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead and enter into the chat anything that you are grateful for. That will help boost the energy of the stream. It'll help boost the energy of the space that you are in and your own energy. While y'all do that, I'm going to go ahead and quickly explain what Reiki is and a little of how it works for everyone who's new. And then we're going to get into the Reiki healing. So thank you all so much for being here. And let's find out about Reiki. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, again, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it's wonderful to have you all here. It's always an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you, and I'm so excited to have you all here. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki as a term has become more of a general catch-all term for energy healing. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki, and this particular method is named after the tradition's founder, Mikao Usui, who created this method in the early 1920s Japan. At that time in Japan's history, it was very delicate. He could not be thought to be teaching anything that was religion or tantamount to it, or there'd be some big consequences. So this is a practice that is very secular, yet deeply, deeply spiritual. And I feel like that's a big part of why it resonates with us in the West. Though the concept of energy it's based on is as ancient as anything in Japan is. And to that, we look to the indigenous Japanese faith of Shintoism, in which everything and everyone has a soul. All of those souls are interconnected and inextricably linked. And that spirit, however you would define it, is providing this life-sustaining energy through that interconnectedness. That life-sustaining soul energy is what Reiki translates to. It's generally spiritually guided soul energy. That energy, it's thought, is flowing through you right now, and me, and everyone, and everything else. And your body, mind, and spirit are using it to their best abilities to bring about the greatest healing and wellness on all levels that it can in this moment. Essentially, what I'm going to be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to this energy and direct more of it to you wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be catching this stream. So, funny note about that, because the energy is not bound to the same rules of time and space that we are. It doesn't matter when you're watching this or where you are when you're watching it. Either way, the energy will be available for you then. So enjoy. I know that's wild, but it is how it works. But essentially, during your session, you may feel some physical sensations in your body. On an emotional level, you may have some emotions rise up or be released. Mentally, you may be able to parse some things out or even hear your subconscious. Spiritually, you may get some clarity, some intuitive guidance, or just a big, great idea seemingly out of nowhere. You may also just have a really great nap, and more than likely your session is going to be some particular blend of all of the above just for you, all at one time. Every session will be a little different just based on what you need in that particular moment or day. So to make the most of your session, what should you do? Well, you don't have to do anything, but if you'd like, I would suggest that you go ahead and get physically comfortable in any way that feels right to you. Sitting up, laying down, but you don't have to do anything during your session. You can though. You can move, stretch, bend, get a cup of tea, journal, grab your cards, whatever feels right to you. This time is for you to do whatever feels right. But if you generally want to just like lay down and close your eyes, that's awesome too. No wrong way to use this time. Definitely don't have to keep your mind focused on anything. You definitely don't have to keep your mind silent. You can just be, and the Reiki will meet you exactly where you are. As I continue sending you this energy healing for 25 minutes, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn up the music. If you would like to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description. You can check out her YouTube channel or her royalty-free music on her website. And yeah, as I mentioned, I am here 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. So for those of you who are here, you can hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss an opportunity to join. Additionally, if you ever feel like you need some Reiki and I'm not live, go ahead to our past healing live streams playlist. There's over 300 videos for you to enjoy whenever you need them. Yeah, over 300. That's crazy. You want to come up? Come on up, Hattie. Come on up. Thinking about it now? You're waiting for me to start talking again? So you can go ahead and check out that healing live stream whenever you feel like you need it. And it's an honor and a privilege as always to have you here. All of my social media, all that good stuff is all linked in the description. And at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a few deep breaths, come back to your body, and then I'll reopen the chat so you can ask any questions or share any insights. So thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you again, and let's get into that healing. Sam, you're thankful for the animals on this Reiki channel? Awesome. Oh, look, you jumped up into my lap. Now I have Hattie in my lap. Yes, these 2 girls are adorable. Yes. I should put up some pictures on the Instagram this week of what they looked like when I first picked them up from the shelter. It was 3 kittens with ringworm that were just so small and so pathetic and all had cat colds. And I got them all better. Yeah, you're all better now. Awesome. Awesome. So thank you all for all the beautiful things in the chat. So everybody go ahead, get nice and comfy. Take a couple of deep breaths. I will send this Reiki to you for the next 25 minutes. Enjoy your sessions, and I will see you soon. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. When you feel ready, you can come back to the room that you're in. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. If you have any questions or anything to share, let me know in the chat. I've got a sleepy kitty on my stomach. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Patty. And thank you, Anna. Welcome in. This week, definitely keep an eye out on the community tab. If you happen to check in on YouTube with your mobile device, you'll probably see like a feed. I'm going to be putting up a couple of polls about some cool things to do with the channel for all of you. So I would love your feedback. Wow, guess who called right at the beginning the Reiki started? Wow, and you had a good phone call with her. I'm so glad to hear that. Lots of love to you, Paul. Rue, good to see you. I'm so glad it was. I'm so glad it was. It felt powerful to me too. It's good to see you. You're welcome, Heart. Oh, you're welcome, Charmy. Oh, and you're welcome, Susan and Paul. You're all so welcome. Yeah, I could feel it on this end. I had to keep looking to keep track of time. My sense of time was going in and out, and kittens were purring and the rain was dropping. And for some reason, I feel to say this, if there's ever like big world events or anything like that, I oftentimes will just go live. So keep that in mind. And yeah, like I said, I will definitely have some polls going out for some guidance from all of you for things I can do for the channel to make it better for all of you. Oh yeah, Lee? You're so welcome, Chris. Enjoy the rest of your vacation, Chris. Yeah, Lee, sometimes when I'm receiving Reiki, I also can feel it in my hand sometimes. You're welcome, Rue. Oh, thank you. You too, Patty. Thank you, Samantha. It's good to see you all. As always, hit that like button on the way out. Have a beautiful week ahead. I will be back Tuesday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time with my next stream. Yeah, lots of road flooding. I'm very lucky where I am. Things are okay. Chrissy took a nap. Awesome. Yeah, this was a really intense session, and I think we all needed it. I'm glad to hear that, Patty. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. Thank you so much for being here and being such a big part of the stream. I really appreciate all of you, and yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Take care of yourselves. I hope to see you all again soon, and bye for now from me and Gertie and Hattie.